with its warm climate and abundance of lakes, Orlando is the undisputed wakeboarding capital of the world. Almost all of the leading wakeboarders, such as Australian rider Harley Clifford, are based in this part of America. But there is one notable exception, and to find him you have to head some 4,000 miles from Orlando to the outskirts of the English capital, London. This is 26-year-old Nick Davies. He trains not under the sunny blue skies of Orlando, but underneath the flight path into Heathrow Airport in Chertsey. Transworld Sport headed here to find out more about the three-time world champion.
The wakeboarding in Orlando is where it happens, is where all the sponsors are, kind of the industry is there. So I try to get back and forth as much as I can, but the UK is still growing, Europe's growing for wakeboarding, so I just like to be here and try to help push it. It's obviously different because we're not lucky enough to have lakes outside the back gardens, or the weather's not really on our side all the time. But we get 4 or 5 months in the summer, and I think that kind of pushes us and makes us more motivated to ride as much as we can instead of maybe having it all the time and getting lazy with it.
We first met up with Nick 10 years ago when he was just 16. Back then, the young Brit was in his second year as a pro, but still officially too young to compete as a senior. However, exceptions were made, and Nick announced his arrival on the international stage in style. He claimed victory at the Cable Wakeboard European Championships, landing a trick that had never been seen before, and which he christened the Nickelodeon.
I didn't expect to win it. I didn't expect to even land the trick, 'cause I've never tried it before, and I thought I'd give it a go in this wild card. And I stuck it, so that's good, but I didn't expect to win. So, and then when I got back to dot, they said, and that was good.
A decade on, and Nick made time for us at his family home in Chertsey, where he lives with his parents. Today, a bona fide superstar of his sport, he's won 3 world championships, 5 European crowns, plus countless other titles along the way.
If I were to describe my son in 3 words, it would be the perfect son. I'm so proud of what he has achieved. He's a very people person. He's very grounded, never ever big-headed with what he has achieved, never big-headed. And I think that's why people respect and like him. You know, he's got time for everybody.
Yeah, so my mum's always been there helping me out from the start. She's the one who's been emailing the sponsors when I was younger, before I even knew what to do, helping me get to the competitions. As well as my dad, he's always drove me around the UK, getting me to different venues, and been massive support, massive help, and they still are to this day, which makes it a lot easier on me.
Growing up, Nick was a keen skateboarder. His love of wakeboarding began the day his friend took him to the local cable park when he was 13. A natural from the beginning, it wasn't long before Nick had set his heart on a career as a professional wakeboarder.
From an early age, it was literally all Nick wanted to do. Literally, he wasn't interested in anything else. At one stage, when he was really young, and people would say, what do you want to do, Nick? What do you want to do? He wanted to work in Tesco's so he could skateboard in his lunchtime in the car park. That's the only other ambition he had. But no, wakeboarding, I think from early on, I guessed he would be able to make a career out of it, yes.
Wakeboarding has its roots in surfing. It was in 1985 that a Californian called Tony Finn developed the Scurfer, a water ski surfboard hybrid which allowed riders to perform carving moves in a boat's wake. Footstraps were later added for big air, and wakeboarding was born.
So the main thing I love about wakeboarding is you come down the lake in the summer, all your mates are down there, you're all kind of just chilling out, it's a nice environment. You just go out in the water, you forget about everything, stay out there for a few hours, just have fun. Just keep on pushing yourself to learn new tricks. There's nothing better than going out there and learning a new trick you've been trying for months. And just that feeling just keeps you motivated and pushing to try again. So yeah, just them kind of things just keep me motivated to ride, and that's my love for wakeboarding.
I'm saying with anyone like
Nick lives a busy lifestyle, travelling around the world with his sport. When he's not out on the water, he likes nothing better than relaxing at home with his friends and family.
I've got a whole cupboard here dedicated to Nick's green teas. I think I need an extension in my kitchen for Nick's green teas, actually. You're looking at all your trophies, all your old trophies.
Yep, going back to the past, seeing what was going on.
Nick's many medals and trophies take pride of place in the family home. They're testimony to his unique riding style, which has also helped to win him a small army of fans across the globe.
I think that's a World Championship one, actually.
Yeah, it is. So this is the 2010 World Championships in Germany. This is the last World Championships I did, and I've got gold, so yeah, this means a lot as well. We actually got team gold as well, British.
You did, it was
United Kingdom won.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a big deal, this one actually.
It was shortly after claiming the double at the 2010 World Championships that Nick suffered his first major injury.
Okay,
see you later.
Bye-bye.
In a
Take
bit.
care.
You too.
See you later.
See you later. Injured my knee end of 2010 in Dubai doing a competition there. Yeah, just completely blown my ligaments in my left knee, ACL and MCL, so that let me out for 6 months to a year. I took the whole year off just to do physio and rehab.
Similar injuries have ended the careers of many professional wakeboarders. Nick was fully aware of the challenges that he would have to face if he was to return to his sport. Yet a little over a year later, and Nick was back out on the water.
Everyone still has, they still remember you how you were before, obviously with the tricks you were doing, the ability you were, where you were in the championships. So you had to pretty much learn all that again. So obviously I took a year just to learn all my basics, get all the tricks back, didn't rush it because I didn't want to repeat the injury.
Since his absence from the competition scene, Nick has been training hard to get back to his best. The wakeboarding world was once dominated by British competitors, but now American and Australian riders are the ones to beat.
It's a little bit pressure over here. No one's expecting it to be this cold, but it's bearable, it's bearable. We're hanging on to the English summer. We have got a good wakeboarding scene over here. It's just the sponsor side of it's not that big, so it's harder for guys to keep on wakeboarding as their main profession. I am lucky to be able to do it as my job.
For the first time since 2010, Nick will be competing in a full cable season in 2016. With his signature big airs, effortless style and vast array of tricks, don't be surprised to see Nick Davies soon back at the top.
Obviously, I still want to be competing for a few more years yet. We've still got the World Championships in Cancun starting next year, so I'm pretty much just getting ready for that now. I want to try and go there and see how I get on.
We wish Nick well on his comeback.